Let's have our time. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell me your life story.
My life story? I thought you already knew my life story.
From day one.
Day one?
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
Day one was really blurry.
Okay.
I don't remember a lot of day one.
No. Oh, the breakfast pretty good, huh?
It was pretty good.
What do you think of my eggs?
I liked your eggs.
It's pretty good, huh?
I liked the onion behind it. That was really good. The onion.
Just a little bit of onion.
I liked it.
Spice it up.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Next time you can use a jalapeno actually.
Ooh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Has jalapeno tied in slices and into it. So. I'm sorry, a little bit cold here. So.
No worries.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think I feel that there are, over just the past month or so, weeks, there are just some really heavy forces at work, all around us in the heavenly and spiritual realms. I think I've become a lot more aware of that in the recent weeks. I've just been able to feel that.
To tell. I mean, I don't want to pry, but I want to study with you, So how you process those things, how you feel those things, how you process them.
I think I've just felt it almost physically in a way, and even seen it physically work, and people around me,
You mean your parents or some?
Sure, yeah.
Part of that, yeah.
A lot of people. I mean, good forces and bad forces working.
Oh, okay.
In the midst of
each example if you can. So yeah. I don't want to pry, but again, I wanted to hear more details.
I think I notice it a lot. Just with my dad, like having headaches all the time and being in that, and like I even said a few weeks ago on Wednesday, I just get these weird waves of just doubt, and it just really puts me in a super downcast state of mind. It just kind of throws me down, really. It almost feels like someone's you get picked up and just like thrown on the floor, and it feels like that almost, like and you're just
tired.
Not even tired. It's just I just kind of like lose hope in a lot of things.
Despair.
Yeah, it's really weird. It doesn't last long.
Yeah.
And I know. And I think I'm more aware of that now. I know it's an attempt from the enemy to try to derail me from what I should be seeking after, and
sure.
And I think it happens in more of a subtle way.
Yeah.
And it's not like oh, the enemy's doing something bad, I know I should just not respond to it. No, it comes in more of a subtle way, so it's not just so obvious.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little difficult to deal with.
To discern, to know what to do. Yeah.
But other than those things, which I'm learning with others to overcome and be encouraged by from the Lord by overcoming them. I had a interesting vision the other day. Just I don't know.
I'm going to ask you to hold your chair to be back and push the table that direction so I can have the stool here. So sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So you said you had a vision?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what day it was. I don't know when to say exactly I had it. I don't know if you'd call it daydreams. Not daydreaming as if I'm just...
It's sometimes called a trance.
Trance. I think it's a trance, yeah.
It's like open vision,
Yeah.
While you're weak, you have visions.
Super weird. I saw myself, I was super old. Very old and weak and thin.
68?
Much older than that. I think near
83.
Maybe near 80 or 90. Really old.
I see.
But I was sitting in a chair. I was talking to somebody. I think it was a younger person. I think it was my grandson or maybe my son. I think it was either my grandson or my son, and
Or somebody.
Something
yeah. You might want to bring it to them. So.
Yeah, they'll be near.
Yeah.
But I like I like tried to stand up as if to. I knew I was dying. Like I knew these were my last.
You're passing away.
I knew these were my last moments, and I was talking to someone. And I stood up to. I stood up to do something to get closer to this person I was talking to, and I fell, but I'm not sure who it was. I think I had the idea that it was my son or grandson, but they grabbed me before I hit the ground, and I just died.
Wow.
I died in this person's arms, but it wasn't tragic. I didn't feel tragedy in this death. I felt it was super weird. I felt like a completion.
Yes.
Within this
like
death.
Good ending actually. So,
that's.
Dying in the arms of those who care about you is a good ending for life. So yeah, for sure it's sad. I was thinking about death, so, but.
I never. It didn't. When I think of, or thought about it after, and even right, I feel like when I had this vision, I wasn't like sad. It didn't seem like it was.
But peaceful, fulfilled.
I felt the fulfillment in that. It was pretty odd, but that was something interesting that happened recently.
So have you talked to your dad about these things?
No, I think you're the first person I've talked about.
Thank you for that. Yeah. That's an awkward topic, So, talk to your dad about that. So, And I mean, I've heard people talk me died, so they have vision about me passing away. So not exact moment passing away, but people come down and grieve to pay tributes of that. So, So those are very strange feelings. When people tell you died. And sometimes it's real, sometimes it's not real. So more I think. And it's interesting. Recently, I've been thinking about the time, the meaning of time, how God look at time different than we think. So. But that's a little bit lofty topic. How you process that vision?
That vision's about a lot of things to me. I don't know why, but even in these times I felt like down and cast down. That vision encourages me, and I don't know why. I think about it, and it brings some kind of encouragement to me, which is really odd. Because I'm dying in it, but
all things gonna pass away. They're not gonna decide your future, really. So man kind of look at things before them with such importance, urgency, attach too much meaning to it, or maybe just not interested in it, not give attention, and necessarily diligence to it. Either way is bad, So,
I think it also brings, a little bit of a hope for even the future, for my future generation, future generation to, maybe even hold up. The representation of holding me up is holding up maybe what I stood for. And what we're trying to create here. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. I think so. I think it's your grandson.
Yeah, because he was fairly young. So.
He's 30-some years old, I guess. I'm not sure. So I have no idea. So 20s, 30s. So
somewhere around that. Yeah, looks like it.
He's have broad shoulder. Is that right? I try to think about people vision this. If I miss, forgive me. Okay, so
he.
You are in a kind of something like a ward or some kind of hospital. No, I'm not sure.
It looked.
Some kind of public facility.
Weird. What's weird is it looks vaguely similar to the vision I had about me holding my little son. The room looks similar to that. It's not
it's hospital care kind of fun facilities. So, yeah. Or like a home stay.
It looked more homely.
Oh, okay, then I must misunderstand. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes my mind works differently. So sometimes click, sometimes don't click. That's why I don't share it. Don't practice that with her. But this. Yeah.
I wasn't super clear on his face. He wasn't huge. Yeah, he did have broad shoulders. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's best to say, like, explain a vision right after you have it, because after you have it, it'll allow you start to create your own details.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. That's good. That means you're gonna die a happy man.
I hope so.
Yeah. That's work good. So, have a fulfilled life is good. For sure, our life is not ended on this side of story. So yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
So that definitely gonna mature you up a little bit. Because when you're young, you don't think about dying. You don't think about the whole span life, what it looks like. When you're able to think like that, it's actually we're healthy. I for sure don't want to think death all the time.
Sure.
But how
that's
inevitable fact, you're gonna life not gonna last forever. So to have a healthy projection of it, then thrive in life, or progress in life. It's very healthy. Yeah.
Puts more of a value on each second that you live.
Yes. I was in your age. I'm thinking about my whole life ahead of me as well. But I was able to even that time able to look beyond myself, beyond my future. My own future. So think about what the impact I left behind. So
yeah. I guess the impact, I'm worried about, not worried, but concerned about is, the impact I leave on my children and their children, and
let me try write something for you. Maybe it's a good topic to talk about.
Sure.
So I just mentioned to Noah the other day.
Okay.
This is one of the earliest poem I ever composed.
Huh.
But I forgot the whole poem. But there is one statement very good with from it. I think is good to translate for you.
Okay.
Now this is a 1992 or 91, so a long time when I was in college. So, but okay. Sure. So. Shoot, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Sorry.
Handwriting maybe awkward. Yin. Sorry. Do you have another topic you want to talk about before we finish this one?
No.
Okay. Okay. Turn around with this. Let me explain to you. In is depends on, okay? Depends on. 人 others, okay? 成 is accomplish. Shi is things or endeavors, right? Endeavors. Kan is is almost like, right? So almost like or amount to, okay? Amount to. Did I make sense here? Amount to, okay. So she is no greater vision, okay? Vision or what? Greater aspiration, right? So aspiration. Does that make sense to you? So, yeah, so depends on others to accomplish their endeavors is almost like you. That means basically means in us means. So let's see. I mean, it means, right? You have no greater vision of life. You have no real inspiration yourself, right? So yeah. Does that make sense to you? So, and this is a word looks like independent. By that time, I'm not thinking about the inspiration merely my own idea, right? So, you know, so it's an evaluation of life in a sense, right? So, 行己 means 行 is to apply. Oh, yeah, apply would be good. 习 is a self, right? So, 于 is in or and, right? 于 shi means the world or life in general, right? So, yeah, life in general. Shi is this shi is right? So is so 大方 is a greater vision, right? So, oh, a broader view, right? Of life, right? So, does that make sense here? So, yeah. What is this? To be able to apply yourself to change the world, okay? To change the world, mold the world. That is a greater vision or a true broad view of life. Now, obviously, in this one, 人 means others' idea, right? So, yeah, others' idea. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Others' idea or inspiration, right? So, does that make sense to you? Yes. So, basically, you just drift without the idea. You don't actually ever have your own roots, your own vision. Does it make sense to you? 己 here is not a selfish guy saying you're enlightened, right? So, if that makes sense to you, enlightened.
So these are two different views, correct?
Yeah, this is basically my evaluation at that time, about 2021. I said, I'm going to have my own view of life. I'm not going to let others tell me or inspire me. I'm going to have my own inspiration of life. So I'm going to have my own view or goal of life. That was without God, but there is a searching basically in this.
Searching for something.
Yeah, what is my goal? Why it exists? Still, that's more and more become acute when I came over here. So, but that was a desire before you was start working. I was in college. It's
wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go flip that breaker real quick.
Oh, thank you.
Get the.
Oh, okay. That's what happened. Okay, yeah. Yeah, talking about the influence others. Those days I have a couple of more wonderful friends. They're not selfish people, So yeah, wonderful teachers, professors. I began be friend with them, So we talk about great things, talk change to apply our life to change China, stuff that. So yeah, yeah. To change the culture, stuff that. So
yeah. When I think about what we're doing as a people, trying to change not the culture of any specific country, even it's changing the culture of man.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just it's kind of daunting, but
it is daunting. But I tried to impart something here. It had to do with association or environment you grew up. You see, I was a village boy. I hope I don't lead a conversation back to me only as a self-engrossed. I'm trying to impart some life experience to you. When you're young, you're not necessarily always things learn from within, So even the best wishes, the most beautiful ideals, still maybe we're limited in the scope and the realm we're oriented. It's nothing wrong about it, So, for example, if a fisherman, a fisher, there's a fishing village out there, the people live by the seaside. You have a boy grew up, he's a father, and everybody was talking about how to catch big fish, know the ocean, be a better fisherman. What do you think the inspiration of the young boy will be? Especially his father captain a fishing ship or something, or the fishing company, whatever, So you want to be the best fisherman out there, right? So you want to learn the net, you want to learn how to cast net, you want to know the seas in the ocean, stuff like that. You want to know what kind of fish can be caught, stuff like that. All those can become his passion.
Right.
There's nothing wrong. He's just inspired by his environment. He wanted to do the best. That's all he had. So in a sense, so think about the guy who grew up being a hunter, right? Hunter's life, right? So the whole tradition encouraged young boys to good with hunting, right? So everything about their affirmation in the tribe or in their little society is about how much you can hunt, So sometimes they send young boys by themselves, see what kind of animals they can kill on their own terms. That's a celebration for their maturity. Can you believe that?
Right.
So is that making sense to you? So So my point is not about that's where certain tribes wear teeth about the animals, So because that's the way their inspiration. That's what I mean to be accomplished.
Right.
So So then modern society more open up, especially this information age, everything can see. It's how it's good is that you broader view. So you broader your spectrum across history, different cultures, and different people in the world contemporarily. And but it's also very disorienting for young people your age. I grew up in the village. I had no idea about the outside world. So is that making sense to you? So no have any inspiration. I'm just like innocent boy. But once I wanted to go to college, those things, then the starting point wanted to be, I want I want to be a contributing member to society.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically inspired me to go to college. Right. I want to know how society works. Actually, how culture works was always my drive. So once getting to college, that was my zeal. I want to know how things work. I want to know history, know philosophy. I want to know how people think. Above all, I want to know how society managed. So I recognize in those days how foolish ideas, but it's a little bit, modeled with this scientifically. Oh, society, you can use a politics word. I don't like politics. Yeah, or you can use a force to conquer. I don't like it. Military, I'm interested, but not interested. I know anyways in politics or military life. So. But the only thing is economics. In practical side, and I so choose economics as my profession. I have no idea what I signed up to, because I want to go to history or philosophy department if I can. But turned out to be a very good fit, because economy, I learned theory economy, right? Called the theoretical economy. So all the theories. Just really give a different way to look at history, to look at how man manage their life, especially societal life in a bigger society. My point then, because I was so zealous about it, I read a lot, passionate about it, it drew the notice of my professors, the teachers stuff, So they want to find young people interested in it, I am the second year for that subject opened. I don't know, the first year where the first class for that department opened. So Chinese is changing dramatically those days. So they don't have that kind of department. I'm the first one sign on with that department. So everybody was looking at it, what kind of students going to be raised up, So yeah. So I'm sorry to tell you, just as a matter of fact, So right, yeah. So later on, my professor, the guy, really have a huge impact on me those times. Want to start a financial department, So that was a whole desperate days. There's nobody started those subjects in a well-established top 10 university in China. So it was a very, very intriguing time, or very, very beneficial time for me to associate with different people. We have a lot of vision, so we're not naturally smart, capable, just to catch the right time, given the right kind of challenges, right kind of inspirations. Everything is changing in those days, China. So my point is that because I was associated with those people, they talk big, they think big. So get my point? Yeah. So that's the trend, So yeah. So it would make me very lofty and ambitious. So right. Ambitious not for selfish purpose, but for I can do many things. I can learn many things. So get involved in many things. My point is that I have a huge impact over my inner life. I don't know those times. I just thought, that's what you do, So now, even that was not good enough, right? So, more than in school, my siblings are pretty achieved as well, because my brother was a top student, a top economist in China. So actually, before I graduated, I went to the best economic teacher, in the whole China. Started they call it architect the shareholding movement. Wow. So our transfer from the national-owned, state-owned company to private-owned, private equity, stuff like that. Okay. So that was a huge change in China from they call it marketing economy. Used to be called central controlled Government control basically the economy. We all know those things later years because that's a part of China history, so don't tell anybody per se. Because like it sounds bragging, but that's how I grew up, so I have a sibling. he's into those stuff, so you can assess my point. My point is the whole point I'm making to you is your aspiration, vision for life decided by your environment, whether you know about it or not. Culture that the people are associated with, will decide your future, your vision, greater vision for life. Now, they evaluate all those are worthy things, but they have a huge impact over my young life. I wasn't, because of those things, I never settled I was going to be successful, everything for myself. That was not in my intellectual DNA. So, does that make sense here? So my vision was somehow I'm going to either be an economist, central banker, or someone going to change the society. Or an educator, that's my vision. Educating, I think, is best, So I never think about to be a rich person, powerful person, own a company. Those are too small for me. That's all personal achievements too small for me. I hope you understand my point. So my vision was how can I change the generation? How can I change the society?
Right.
Yeah, that's not uncommon in those days, Chinese young people. So. Because we went through those transitions, so is that making sense to you? So now, what about you? The point is the inspiration around you had, the vision you had, oftentimes is it is shaped, the influence by the people associated with it. That's today's word. We talking about the influence of culture.
Right.
Yeah. Come back to you then, reflecting on that point to wrap up. So. That's all spring force because you have this vision of so your whole life.
Yeah.
And then God is working to really elevate your life to a different level, broader vision. So.
Amen. Yeah, I'm really even thankful to the Lord for the things that He is showing me. Yeah, and with your further understanding on that, it's really interesting, actually.
Link your vision with Benji's dream for you about royal baptism. That's why I share what I share with you.
Yeah, because even that, I was like being laid in a tomb.
Yeah, you die to certain things, right? So
a lot of death.
Yeah.
Death to certain things and death into certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really like what you're saying about the culture you're in decides, or the people you are around decide your future.
Yeah. What a fear-based or low realm-based life. Die in the arms of your beloved children, whatever. That's the best life, am I? I mean, happily you have a very well life. But is that life it's all about?
No.
Yeah, therefore, God may show you something. I'm not saying that you don't die in the arms of your beautiful children, whatever. That's not the point. The point is that life is all about to have happy death. But many people live a life as if they're just going to happily end it. If I only happily end my life, I'm a happy man.
Right.
Why are they even born? They don't even know. Those are narratives oftentimes given by people never have an inspiration in life, am I?
Right. The point is to
die,
to do something. I mean, while you're alive.
Yeah.
Not just trying to shape life to make it happy when you die.
Yeah. I mean, you give me a mansion today, give me everything material-wise, we're comfortable. I don't want to live in it. You give me a slew of servants, give me a lot of conveniences. I don't need to do anything. I don't want to live that life. So it's useless to me. I mean, it's a better kitchen. I want to cook my own meal. I don't need somebody to cook meal for me. If to have it. So yeah. No, I don't want to just tell people what to do. I wanted to have good friends. I can pull into and the dialogue and fellowship stuff. So that's more important than any company I can run, any position I hold. To talk to you is more fulfilling for me as a person than any other endeavor. I hope you guys understand it. So yeah. Why? I work for everything so that I can talk to young people like you. Or talk to my son, talk to young people, influence somewhere for you. Hopefully, I'm not selfish enough to think I just a work bee, right? So just achieve standards or money or power, whatever. What are you used for?
Right.
Really, what are you used for? What is America? But a conglomerate of different souls, right? Different persons. If I'm not able to even influence one, two, allow tradition to tell me what to do, basically. This is called the customs, traditions of man. You see, man seldom thinking outside their own frameworks. What it mean to have family? What it mean to belong to society? What it mean to have a nationhood for yourself? I mean, a citizenhood. Citizenship. In the nationhood. So
right.
Yeah. What those means? They mean nothing if we don't know who you are and what relation with others, especially dear to you, important to you, what entails, right? So yeah. With that, I wanted to encourage the thinking bigger. I think what it transpire in your life right now is answer our prayers. Your dad pray for you, your mom pray for you, I pray for you particular. Is that a next level maturity? Maturity always to do with a reshape or the reborn of a vision of life, in a sense.
New way of thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's gotta be humility is oriented in the beginning, but it's most fulfilling. It's accelerating and then exciting as well. So yeah.
I think it's exciting. For sure.
Especially God get to you. So
Amen.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's wrap it up. Oh wow.
Just sort of just pray for this new vision or this new outlook on life, Father. I pray that you would continue to lead me in this way, Lord, and that I would not resist it, Father, or that I would continue to welcome it. Lord, I pray that I would take myself out of the center, or take my own life, Lord, and just give it into your hands, Lord, that I may follow simply your word, Lord, and your command and your leading in my life.
Let me share the story of my professor, so this we don't handle with the story again in the future. My professor grew up, he was orphaned, so he was adopted by some good people. And I supported him, go to college. In his age, he was older than me, obviously, so it's very difficult to go to college. I feel go to college. And it ended up more than go to college, pretty good at mine, so it was pretty good. It's well accomplished as well, so it would start back in the university stuff there, so I start university, this big university, so try to start on back, so he wanted me to be a manager for the back, start the back with him. So he gave me a lot of privileges, so give me a doctorate degree one day. He went on to give, yeah. So my point is not the back. The point is that he, from a village boy, he had this, you know, the time over him was able to do those things.
Right.
So that's went through a lot, you know, especially in China, went through a lot. So when he found me, I'm from village. We had the same feature, like the inquisitive mind, want to do things, don't want life to be wasted, basically, you know, so in smaller things. So I think that's why he really take a liking to me, you know. So just like I take a liking to you and Noah and many others, because I found the same passion, same mode, you know. So there's a reason why I become a friend with your dad. Your dad has a great heart, so and that heart, you know, once you get it over the heart of a youth, if you will, you're going to begin to see and appreciate that part of you. Your grandpa the same, you know, your grandpa were achieved, but I don't think he achieved things merely for himself, you know. So yeah, we're selflessly try to help many people, you know. Your grandpa, your grandma, that is always admirable. So they don't have a small life. So one of the great things about it, you grew up under those generational example influences, is that they're not selfish people. The best thing you learn when you're young is that don't be selfish, self-centered. So I think that's a great heritage they can pass on to you. You guys are fully capable, you know, so I don't see any corner of the world you're going to not be able to make a living, you know, so that's not the point.
Sure.
So the point of how you want your life to be modeled after, so how to orient your life, you know, so yeah. Finish your prayer, we'll wrap up here. So.
Amen. Lord, I just pray for, Lord, each one around in this community, Lord, especially the young ones who are rising up into a more meaningful time in their life, the most meaningful time in their life, where the vision of their lives being set in place, Father. Just pray that they would seek out or true wisdom and understanding from you and from those you have placed here. Emmanuel, my dad, and Justin and others who can help lead us in that way. Thank you for that. Bless your holy name. Amen.
Amen.